Our Mark Band, good afternoon everyone. Mark Band focus on.
Good evening, AY. We are from the band of Mark, and we will be looking at the book of Esther 4 and 5, and we will be just going through a brief discussion what it's all about.
Okay, so how we found Jesus from Esther 4 and 5, when we saw that Esther was willing to, in face of threats of death on the life of her people from Haman, we saw where Esther was willing to put it all on the line for her people. Similarly to what Jesus did for us when he put it all on the line for us by saving us, by shedding his blood on the cross. So we see some similarities where that is concerned, where Esther, even in spite of, the uncertainty, because it was unlikely to just appear before the king without the king requesting a presence. So Esther took a big risk and it really paid off. So basically we saw where we can compare it to the sacrifice that Jesus made, where Jesus, even though we were lost as sinners, Christ died for us and was willing to put it all on the line to save us.
Okay, to add to what my brother has to say, the courage of Esther, she putting on her royal apparel. You understand? Being able to the king sat on his throne. The courage of Esther in the sense that she had a request, Esther had a request of the king and Haman. And she requested of the king, she found favor with the king, right? Esther interceded on behalf of the Jews. She wanted to intercede on behalf of the people. She had a request. She asked the king, let the king and Haman come this day unto the banquet that I have prepared for him, right? So Esther had a request, and she was asking the king to be at the banquet. In chapter 8 it said, if I have found favor in thy sight of the king, and if it please the king to grant my petition and to perform my request, let the king and Haman come to the banquet that I have prepared for him, and it will do to tomorrow as the king had said. So we have a request here in the church as members. Sometimes we ask God for little things, whether a job, house, car, and the Lord granted unto us, our friends, understand, a partner. And he said, trust in the Lord with all thine heart and lean not to thine own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he will direct our path. So sometimes we requesting things from God, like how Esther was requesting from the king. It might seem that we have been waiting so long and God is not answering our prayer, but we have to learn to trust God that he knows what is best for us.